one of the parent writes in and says, excellent, your lectures are, but would you please help me to guide so that my child trains to go to the bathroom? He has severe autism and he is 17 years old.
Oh, so hard.
Yeah.
17 years of a habit is really hard to break. Okay. So,
but not impossible.
Not impossible. I've done a 40-year-old.
There you go. There you go.
It took a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work though, because when they're little and you're toilet training them, you can pick them up and move them. When they're 17, you can't.
But better to do it at 17 than 25, right? Better to do it at 17 than 25, right?
Oh, definitely.
So now is the time.
Now is the time, because you just have to think any habit that goes longer is really hard to break. The more years involved.
Plus, which we're all stuck at home. We're all stuck at home right now. So now is the ideal time to be working on this.
And honestly, so there's a lot of different, depending on who's there, you're going to need somebody who's going to physically be able to block him. Like because he's going to try running out of the bathroom and all these other things. So you do need people who are going to really help. And whenever I'm toilet training an adult, I'm always saying, how many uncles can I bring over? Because they need to be around, because they need to force him, like, no, you can't come out of here until you go in that bathroom. Like, you just have to do this. But before you even get there, the main component before any toilet training for any child, any age, is they have to be compliant. That means when you tell them sit down, stand up, whatever it is, that they generally do it. But they also know that when they do it, there is some reward for it for them at the end of it. Because then if they know that they follow your instruction, there is going to be something good that comes from it. At the beginning, it might be some reinforcer that is like you're handing him, like, here, you can play a certain game if you're doing this. But sometimes it's just giving them a type of food that they want, whatever it may be. But at some point, though, you have to have compliance where they're going to do what you say. So what I tell people is, like, really work on compliance for a good 3 months. And, it might not take 3 months, but if you really just work on just basic compliance skills to do just the easy things in life, once you get compliance and he knows, if I do this, there's going to be something in it for me, you can do toilet training then. Because everything that you've asked of him, there is always a reason. There's a benefit. There's something good that comes out of it. So as long as he knows that, now that you're asking him for toilet training, you can do it. And you start slow. You also have to rule out any biomedical issues. If your child has a ton of diarrhea or GI issues, you're going to need to address that first. Because no matter how compliant they are, no matter how what routine you put in for toilet training, if your child has no control over their bowels or their bathroom, just their GI tract, it's very hard because there's no control. So go see those doctors, figure out like what foods is making, them biomedically, what is actually messing up their GI system. Figure that out so that the child can actually have some control. Because I know in so much of our ASD population, there are biomedical issues around their GI tract. And if your child just suddenly has diarrhea, you have no control. And your child has no control, no matter how much you're doing toilet training. So make sure all that's addressed. But just really go through and rule out the biomedical. If you get compliance, you rule out the biomedical, you're ready to go. Figure out what reinforcers are ready. Start taking things away that you're going to reserve just the highest for the toilet training. Use the Azrin and Fox, method. It works. Just for a 17-year-old, it just takes longer. You're party for a few days. It might be a month or 2 or 3 of doing this. Not in that extreme. But still, don't give up, because he's had 17 years to have this habit of not using the toilet.
Yeah.
You can give more time to counter it.
And so many people have been writing in the last couple of weeks with all kinds of questions about potty training. And we just keep saying Azrin and Fox, Azrin and Fox, Azrin and Fox. I want to make sure you guys know how to spell it, Azrin and FOXX. And it is the proven method of toilet training that has worked across the board for, I mean, like, how many experts have we had on in 10 years? And I always ask them, is there anybody that you've not been able to get potty trained? The answer is no. It just takes longer amounts of time with some people than with others. But it works. It absolutely works. You can Google it. We've got a show planned coming up in the next couple of weeks where we're just going to devote the time to Fox Nazareth and toilet training and what you do and what you don't do. But you can Google it today. There are books on it, and it's pretty, regimented, but you have to follow it. And it means that for at least a period of time, you have to like not be going on a trip, now, like there's no better time than now.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.